And we are back to Esoteric Ebb. This time there will be no technical issues. No technical issues. Repeat with me. No technical issues. Okay. Before we decided whether or not we become a warlock. Wait, no, it's this way, I think. Yeah. We need the last thing to unlock here. Let's take a look there. Okay. Rip the seals. As your fingers touch the paper, the symbol upon its surface lights up, just for a split second. Then, all at once, as your fingers drag through it, the paper crumbles into bright white ash. Nothing appears to appear with the door. Snail looks at the dissolving dust, then to you. I hope you know what you're doing. She will rest. She deserves it. A sprinkle of golden dust falls from her many, many eyes. Let us save him. Yes. I won't say that I always know what I'm doing, because I do not. Unless when I reload a save after I've died. Well, okay, so this is what this is about. Our crystals are glowing. What was the thing that we got from the wall? It was not this. What was that? Got something, I know it. Wait. Oh, okay. Alright, I got it, but I don't remember what it was. Great, amazing, perfect. Advantage against lawful creatures. All the charge is spent, but esoteric causing. Okay. The exact opposite action of the one you intend to perform. When you say yes when you mean no. Attempting to stab the blade in the air causes you instead to shove it into your own stomach. Okay, so this is amazing. This is also a weapon I cannot use. You approach the magic circle. Each one of the 4 stones around it are glowing. This is the place. The goblin looks around. Looks clear, I think. Isk Adam. It is broken. The seal is unleashed. Watch the light rapidly expand. It's a snail. Hello up there? Then watch as the snail folk of a bygone era slams into the ground. You watch the creature shake and snivel its flabby skin moving about freely, its glistening surface reflecting in the light. That staff, it holds immense power. Look at the staff. It gives off a faint glow in the dark of the temple. A Gate-era artifact. A magic staff befitting for a wizard such as yourself. Holy shit, that stick could go for a fortune on the market. Could you imagine? Pristine staff of great power, left in stasis for millennia. What a payday! Look at the shell. It is covered in trinkets, books, vials, and all manner of esotericals. There is no doubt. This is a wizard of the highest degree. Okay. I did some manner of managing my settings of my funny little PngTuber. Wait a second. Okay, it looks good now. Prepare to approach the snail. Oh, okay. Behold, they shine. Engage. The snail lifts his head. Flop. Interfosta no comprendo. Huh? Cat speech? Really? So this is what the Tolin cattle look like? Yellow. The snail holds up his open hand, 4 fingers stretched out. Then he twists them with a snap. There we go. That should be better. I always keep a tongue prepared for this specific situation. Nothing as awkward as dealing with foreign dignitaries when you've run out of your slots. I'm Isk Adam, card puller of the Tolin Empire, master of the path, servant of Jor, lord researcher and diplomat of peace. He lowers his soft head all the way to the ground. I am the cleric. By Jor, do not worry, Mr. Ragan cleric. I am not poisonous, nor do I hold any ill will. Beware, he is reading your mind. Apologies, I cannot help it. What? That is not the kind of phrasing I do use, but yes. Snell squints and stares at you both. Hold on, is this some kind of wizard thing? Wow! Green one, you do not appear to be as loud on the strings as your iron friend here. The snail leans upon his staff. I cannot help but hear everything you think, cleric. It was cleric, was it not? It is. And greetings, Tolin. Ah, a celestial, grand! You spirits sure do come in all shapes and sizes. What a fascinating meeting to have here. Now the snail man looks around, leaning on his staff. My mind seems to have slipped a bit. You couldn't care for some exposition? Be careful what you think. He'll hear it. He hears this right now. What's the last thing you remember? His eyes retract, close to the base as he mutters. Oh no. I was on trial. For what? I doomed us all to the flames of Izuth. It was entirely my fault. What did you do? I made a deal with the Red One. He mutters to himself, trying to remember. It is difficult to read his body language for obvious reasons. However, you get the feeling that he recalls more. As he recalls more, he goes more shaken. Esoth, the great dragon of Tulinam, or band. I was the diplomat who enacted the plan of peace. We invited the dragon for an exchange of knowledge. Truth is, I was greedy. I wanted those and strange dragon techniques, the power words. Dragons use magic through speech alone. Is this... Oh my god. Is this a reference to the Elder Rings Skyrim game? Not Elder Rings. What am I doing? Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls. Skyrim. Yeah, okay. Spells you cast are derived from those same methods. I was not alone in my hubris, nor did I set this plan in motion myself, but it was me who put it in motion. Why do I even bother making choice of what to say? He's listening to this right now. Please stop. That's fun. Now you can annoy someone with your mind. Sorry, go on. The snail man looks pointedly around the room. Or at least you think he does. It's more of a gurgling sound. I'm personally responsible for the deaths of approximately 50,000 to 100,000 of my kin. The destruction of stolen cattle. Yes, that is what it was. Esoth went back on his word. He used his unorthodox magic to disrupt our many mages. Then he burned the entire city. The torch fell. The screams. The heat. So, like, the thing that ruined all the bases of Norvik, yes. How did you survive? Oh, the same way the rest did it. We were, as I say, lucky. We were not close enough to his anti-magic, and I could resist his stunning shriek. We fled downwards as Esoth claimed our city as his new throne. As Esoth claimed our city as his new Rome, we fled even deeper. A few thousand of us, the ones who remained, were hidden. He tapped the staffs into the tiles. This place, it is where we kept our flawless prisoners. It became the base in which we organized resistance. Although some were not so keen to work with someone like me, a traitor. How long were you down here? Months. But it did not take long for a divide to build. What did you do here? Debate mostly. One camp were for leaving entirely, another wanted to turn to Jar for guidance. I ended up wanting to leave with my wonderful Tut. Oh, Tut. Tut? He shakes his head. Sorry, no, the voice who won in the end. They sought a more permanent solution to the dragon fire through primal pagan magic. I did not believe in that for a second. They imprisoned you for inviting the dragon? That, among other things. I was never the most liked snail on the coast, but they wanted an offering, someone to pin the blame. He grows silent, his eyes shiver. The snail begins to think about things he does not want to think about. This poor snail. He knows what he must face now. Failure. I believe you've been imprisoned here for a very long time. How long? His eyes retract as if he does not want an answer to his question. When were you imprisoned? I'm assuming an era of dragons occurred after our reign. However, we ruled in the aftermath of the shutting of the gates. It's been 211 years since then, the year when our city burned. During the Fade era then, not very long after the gates had shut. That is exactly 1016 years ago. He grips his staff. You can hear it creak. Millennia? I was in stasis for millennia? Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Good gods. His eyes shoot out, aiming around the room. He is alone. His entire folk type has been wiped from the map before humans even had their own kingdoms. I am alone. There is no one, is there? He shakes his staff, and his stalk eyes wiggle around the air. A faint glow appears as he mutters a few words to himself. I see snails, yes, but... He's crying. He's seeing hail snails currently. Be quiet. No. No. Is that what you made of yourselves? He stops casting the spell, his head falling towards the ground. Gurema, you fool! You led them into this state, this primal state? Degenerative, frozen, monstrous beasts, hail snails. Realize his terrible fate. He lets out a mad laugh. They wanted to use primal code to break the dragon's fire. That bastard. He led them into this pure de-evolution. This is a nightmare. All by George's grace. Tell me. How did you break the stasis as I was in? Your angel companion steps in. Her last thought was of you, Ishk Udum. I think it. You cleric. Imagine in your head now. Please, think about your talk at the Iron Door. To Terema. She was in an Iron Door? They threw her in an Iron Door for millennia? His eyes droop down towards the ground. I cannot believe it. My actions caused... I ruined my people. I brought flames. I divided them. Yet, in the end, I did not even pay for my crimes with my life. Instead, I paid by standing here, alone amongst the ashes. Askani. And thus, she endured the most torturous existence known to sentience. Her soul slowly withered inside that hellish prison. Yet after all that, in the end she... Like Ether said, her last thoughts were only of you. He lets out a grunt, then a painful howl. Then he roars, a deep bubbling scream, causing his glistening flesh to vibrate. Stare at the snail. When he stops, he takes his staff and slams it into the ground. I reject this string! Jar's words do not speak of a humble nature. He broke off this world to make his own path. I will do exactly the same. The snail is going mad, fair already. What are you talking about? He lets out a gust of wind. I can fix this. What? Yeah? What? Fix what? My dear Tut was destroyed by an iron prison that leaves her soul in pieces. Not quite dead, not quite in existence. But I am card puller Iskerom. I wield strings like Jar himself. From this day on, I no longer seek power, nor achieve greatness, nor will I build the empire. I will only perform one miracle. I will resurrect her. Then I will pay her back 1,000-fold for her unwielding love and devotion. Yes. The Celestial clenches her fists. Pay your debt, Tolin, to her. With everything I have. What kind of resurrection? True resurrection. Not easy, especially when the strings are this weak. through Resurrection, a 9th level legendary spell capable of bringing anyone dead back to life, if you believe the legends. There are many different tales with different takes on the restrictions, but you generally cannot use it on a creature that has been dead for over 200 years. And Abs, surely? What? Can you tell me more about... Yes, anything you need. I am in your debt as well, of course, he mutters to himself, and leans on his staff. I now have a time limit, cleric. In 200 years the fragments of my wife's souls will leave this plane forever, thus I can no longer resurrect her. And it will take time, but it can be done. Anything can be done. He's scoping, but it not in a terribly destructive way. It is possible. Improbable, but possible. Even for a snail. Fuck yes! You need anything, just let me know. Thank you, my green friend. That is very romantic, Iskarum. I wish luck on your venture. Thank you, Celestial. It's funny, last time I saw of your kind it was on a battlefield. I prefer this. As do I. Do you know how to enter the pillar? Oh! You wish to enter a closed gate. That is bold. I need to follow a rogue spell. I mean, who cares? He is not associated with anyone. If he knows this, he's going to keep this to himself. I need to follow a rogue spellcaster inside. A suspected rogue spellcaster. The snail stares at you. I heard nothing. But if you need to enter a closed gate, that is no small feat, of course. But it's possible? Very much so. What lies beyond is not so much a mystery. It is a question of shape. Tunnels, paths, cracks in the veil around George's realm. To enter is as simple as either having a key, a blast passing, or forcing your way with a powerful spell. Gate, astral projection, wish. They can all break through. Of course, with the current state of things, here in your time, it is clear all such methods would be difficult. Very difficult. You would require assistance from creatures who have studied or understood its current shape. Have any in mind? He lowers his head. Tut was a genius on planet travel. She could have helped you. You made him sad again. That's sad. Sorry. He glares at you with one eye as the other falls upon his staff. You have made great friends in me. You have made a great friend in me, cleric. That will be rewarded. Oh my god! The staff? You hold it out, feeling the power surge through the rough wood. I call it Medevesh. You may call it Staff of Tolling Cattle, as remembrance of my fallen people. It will be returned to me once you are finished with all of this. The crystal at the top lights up as he speaks. It is now attuned to you. If you read it while dealing with this gate, it will grant you assistance, information, attunement, so on. My dear wife's research can be found within its core. It will help you. I'm sure. Thank you, and Tut. As for who you should speak with, I have no idea, but unless you want to write a contract with some powerful devil or serve a far realm monster, you might not have too many good options. The only creature I knew beyond my people who understood the mechanics of the gate was the gate guardian herself, but she was ancient by the time I reached adulthood. So I would not count on her being around still. The Great Guardian? Are you talking about the Sphinx? Excuse me. Oses, the Sphinx. She's still around? Yeah, you know her? The snail leans back, still reeling over this information. You keep shocking the poor man. I will have to visit, so she's still in the lair? It's a tavern now, called the Drunk Sphinx. This is a strange area you've built for yourselves. I can't say I dislike it. In that case, I highly recommend you speak with Oses. Unless you've made a fool of yourself before her, she might be inclined to help you get into the gate. Flashback to when you spoke with Oses last. Oh, Jor, I'm sure with Meravesh it will be fine. And if not, maybe there is some other dark and oppressive magical creature you can persuade. Like that aberration called Everglad that lives in these tunnels, I assume? Ha! He looks around. I should probably leave here soon, if things like this have taken hold. Okay. Do you have any questions, about all the stuff you've missed? A couple of thousand of them, yes. I will also, of course, dive into whatever libraries you have available for information soon enough. You do still have libraries, I hope. I've seen books all over the place. You always just go around and ask to check them out. Interesting. So your people are very open-minded then? I mean, I could see it. That pale man looks like an interesting spellcaster. We will see how they react. Is your people anti-snail? I suppose they haven't been given the chance to be anti-snail. I suppose. Think about what Norvik looks like these days. He nods and his eyes jut out. Interesting. I'm looking forward to navigating your society. We have the Darwinian library just south of here. I can get you access if you put in an application. Oh, grand, please do. Is that your local government, Darrow? Technically speaking, I see. Also, what I need to ask, what is this south? South? South is south. It's a direction. This must be common knowledge. Please elaborate. It is a direction, downwards on a map. Interesting. Do you have inwards and outwards, and with and against? The scholarly version is seaward and inland. Which one is forward in your case? With is when you move along the coast with the movement of the sun. Against is against the sun's movement. We use west for with then, and east for against. I see. Do you know the etymological origin of these words? I find your use of them quite fascinating, especially the fact that my tongue spell does not localize them. Of course you do. Oh my god, DC 15. The cardinal directions are based on some early human tongue, way before we arrived in this world. We simply applied our old world's term on Jor's realm. Realistically, they all have something to do with the sun, just like yours do. Interesting. That you based your direction on a map is very different from our ways of navigation. Later, I will much love to pore over your findings and documents, especially those maps. So, what do you want to ask? He lets a bubbling noise. Timeline. I can see images of your current world in your mind, your city called Norvik. You live upon the ruins of my people's creations. Very interesting. But I am interested in how you got there. You appear to be human, yes? I remember the dragons of the east bringing your people to the coast as servants. Slaves, rather. When did you break your chains? It was during the Fade Era. Humans broke free alongside many others as the big ones fell. Dog Dim led the charge against the dragons. It was... I see! I'm both relieved and extremely happy to hear of their demise. You're welcome. But I must ask, whatever happened to Isolf? His downfall must have been at the hands of some great warrior. Oh, I know that one. It's a children's story. Oh? The little and the large. Think about the tale. Enon befriended the Miss Titan of Askani, and together they defeated the great red dragon, Abacus, the half-wit, and Karyamor, the greatest of friends. You're kidding? By George, that is very good. Very, very good. An ironic end for such a horrid beast. Defeated by friendship? He lets out a bubbling laugh. Oh, accidentally close everything. May his bones be cursed forever. Yeah, fuck that dragon bitch. Little folk forever. Oh wow! 18 dexterity success! Oh, humans of old Diminor broke free and built kingdoms. Hold on, let's see. The snail retracts his eyes and goes quiet for a while as he listens to your thoughts. Do you go on? The Fade Era after the Gate Era lasted about 1,000 years. Ah, you are at the start of a new era then. What do you call it? The post-war era. Oh, the arcane era brought with the most fall war then. I could only imagine. Myself, I too was born in a time after war, the Gate War. But my father saw the end of it in his youth. I will make sure to read about it more, but what caused this great war? Oh. It's complicated. Yes, I can see that. I can similarly not in any way tell you the real reason behind the Great War. But since it's closer in timeline, if I may ask, how did your Coast War end? Magic. I think this is pretty much the nail in the coffin. Like, sure, you do need someone strong to oppose them. Sure, this is all true though. Except this one. This one is a farce. It's complicated, fascinating. It's understandable that there is no clear answer to such a complex conflict. As per usual, the victor will write the notes on history, whoever, so I'll be sure to read with critical stalk. Stalk? Ah, a stalk. And your people then? They fled the Arcanists during the war? I seem to get the impression from images I keep seeing. What exactly can you see out of my thoughts? Voices, images, nothing too personal so far. Thanks, Jar. Some esoterically attuned people cannot help themselves. It's honestly quite dangerous at times. My old rival used to run into my laboratory and think very loud and grimy things. The most heinous scenarios you could imagine. What an asshole. You're quite afraid fellow, aren't you? Yes, I am. His eye stalks glare at you in silence, case in point. Wow, this is being a very interesting conversation. What next? I mean, I guess I go down the list, right? I mean, no reason not to. So you're a wizard. Yes, I learned Tolan of the Path of Jor. I'm a learned Tolan of the Path of Jor. String master, string player, chord puller extraordinary. I might have missed a few errors, but I assure you, we had the reality warping powers in our times. By Jor, I sure sound like an old timer. Because he is. I heard that. Sorry. No worries, it's true. I'm a wizard too. Are you now? Good to hear. It does make sense. Someone with a head so attuned to strings is usually either dipped in a soul river at birth, or a powerful mage of some time, or a crazy person. Maybe I'm all three. Wonderful. I was hoping this era of yours was acclimated for magic use as well, despite the past. Are all snail folk wizards? Hold on, let me check something here. Apologies for my distraction. Okay. Oh no, but many, yes. Tolin naturally acclimated to string manipulation. It's from a gift we were granted by Jor as we arrived on the Great Whale's back. Great Whale, the mythical first creature Jor invited to join him in his newly created realm. What spells level can you cast? Ninth, by regular limits. I had the ability to wield a 10th level spell at one point, although it was of course a weak 10th level spell. I called it Isk-Uram's Epic Transversal. It basically targeted a road up to 100 miles of it, repairing any cracks, making the journey smooth and wonderful, and generally increasing your movement speed up to double. Useful, not more than that. Not exactly epic. Useful, yes. As you could imagine, we kept to the more grounded magics for anything above 9th. The actual world-changing spells would simply get you popped out of existence. Popped out of existence? Yes. I named it Esoteric Events. They apparently began during the Gate Era War, would grew worse during my lifetime. Irresponsible usage of magic could easily cause them to appear. Some called it wild magic, some called it Jor's curse. Your name stuck. We still call it that. Oh, do you now? I suppose the tongue's spells translated properly then. Can you teach me your 10th level spell? No. I'm afraid those epic tier spells are not the stuff you can share. At least I do not know how. What 9th levels can you cast? Nothing currently. When I was casting to stasis, Gurama made sure to place an ebbing seal on me. That is a curse essentially. Makes me unable to cast anything above, in this case, 3rd level spells. God damn it! So currently, I'm not so powerful at all, but do not fret. It will fade in time, hopefully as the ley lines grows stronger all around this ebb. That is all I have to ask about wizards for now. I can see that. How wonderful to share. Can you teach me about magic? Can you teach me magic? Oh, teaching. That is not my specialty. If you have any question, I can always share my knowledge, but beyond that, I'm afraid I can only offer some spell scrolls. What does ebb mean? His eyes dart around. You want a definition? I spoke with a demi-lich who spoke of an esoteric ebb. A demi-lich? Dangerous friends you have, cleric. Unless the world has changed by more than I imagined since I left. His eyes jittered a bit. Ebb is defined as an effect of anti-magic. It is when the flow of magic is ebbed, lowered, ceased. It is a word I do not like, for many reasons. For one, it was a tool used by our enemies in the Gate War. To sink George's realm, they wished to quell his strings. Then, of course, it was the dragon Isuf. His betrayal began by casting a horrid and terribly effective spell. Power word ebb. The mad wizard. The mad wizard is looking for the spell, wasn't he? What does it do? Power word web puts a clamp on jar strings, a large area. I believe up to 1,000 feet becomes void of higher tier magic. And low tier magic becomes unstable. Yet it is no simple anti-magic field. It is not an area of suppression of magic. It is the literal editing of the strings themselves. It cuts off flow to the strings. Flow from the past and future. A ripple of known magic through time. I will be honest, I have no clue what the exact parameters of casting such spell would be, nor what the long-term effects are. But it does sound like to me your era has been affected by some terrible ebbings. For your strings seems to me as if they are indeed clamped and clutched, as if struggling to breathe. So you're saying someone has cast a bunch of ebb spells? That is a lot of questions. I'll say possibly, probably, not really, and yes, through time. This is, of course, only a theory of mine when it comes to esoteric effects, pockets, events, and so on. But what makes an esoteric ebb so powerful is the sheer time frame of it. The consequences can be unfelt for centuries. That is what makes George's esoteric magic so powerful and so dangerous. No sane being can calculate beyond the third dimension. Not, at least, beyond some abstract, impractical sense. We are not made for it. But that doesn't stop me from researching it, or at least until Isuf did. Now he's getting sad again. What do you know about jar strings? He holds a hand and counts prestidigitation. Very convenient, but difficult to master transmutation country. It can do pretty much anything. Creating minor sensory effects, or temporary object, it is extremely versatile, and a talented user is able to wield it into even greater forms of usefulness. When George created the coast, he did not make it from scratch. Dazzling lights spawn out of his palm, forming a collection of gleaming lights. He based his design on others, the landscape, the water, the wind, the biome, as well as the magic. In most other realms, from what our history teaches us, ley lines, as in the things we channel magic from, is usually formed as a web, a network, weaving a series of nodes connected. This design was fundamental and solid. It connected so many material realms to the other ones. As in, they were not just one, the solid world of mortals on one side, the world with all the angels and demons and non-mortals on the other, a magic web interconnecting them. Most Anteselapsians will tell you the same thing. The world of mortals and non-mortals were separated beyond George's realms. Right before the gates closed, we were separated. He nods. George did something different. He created the strings. Instead of having a series of nodes with connection between them, his ley lines were simply just nodes. They contain a sort of esoteric vector, intensity, delta, rush, tone, some call it colors, various difficult to parse parameters. Instead of being interconnected, they simply bump into one another. Physically, that's how they interact, to put it in a simple metaphor. However, George did something ingenious here. He took the design of those interconnected webs and repurposed them, not to connect to one another, but to connect with themselves, over time itself. Connected from the past to the present to the future, a straight line, a chord, a string. Remember, he's reading your mind. Every option you think will be presented to him all at once. Fuck! Is there magic? Okay, that's a lot to take all at once. This mind reading makes conversation highly efficient. I'll take your questions one by one if that's okay. Starting off, compared to the original web design, which I sadly have not been able to investigate myself. I am basing all my findings of data retrieved from my forebears. There seems to be almost no real difference on the surface level. Channeling magic from a practical art works fundamentally the same, drawing powers from the network using verbal, somatic, and components to steer this power in a certain direction. However, this change, making the network into strings, changes how the magic flows. Instead of being focused on that one point in time, it is constantly connected to the past and present. Part of that power is leaked in each direction. Now, this does not happen in some degree in a normal web-based system. Now, this does happen in some degree in a normal web-based node system as well. That is how divination magic works, but instead of it happening in a natural way, just like we remember where we were a second ago, so does magic. Just like we can extrapolate on current information in order to reach conclusions about the future, so do magic. The strings instead are directly connected. It would be as if we constantly saw ourselves in the past alongside or present with glimpses of the future. Like a constant, permanent form of divination magic. It's quite difficult to imagine. To answer your second question, I do not know why Jor made the strings this way. There are theories. We could have done it to perform some type of chronomancy. Perhaps it was simply an experiment. My personal belief is simply that Jor found it efficient. By leaking esoteric energies to the past and future, it would make sense that we are able to build a much more potent acceleration in our spells. How this works in practice, none can tell, not since the gates closed. As to your third question, yes, it did sound as if your arcanists did uncover many of the same mysteries we worked on. However, it does sound as if Jor abandoned them in a way not too dissimilar to our own. Finally, your fourth question. Chronomancy is a topic of many wizard dreams Chronomancy is a topic many wizards dreams of as they study. I must disappoint you, there are no ways beyond divination, those little peaks behind the curtain, to tamper with time. As the strings move forward, Jor watches us go along them. That is one of the messages we received from him all those years ago. He's watching. This is our one chance to make our choices, so make them well. How do I learn high-tier magic? Time and effort, cleric. I remember when we caught a batch of students about to rush out into the wild to burn some fake creatures with fireballs. They said they needed the experience. The wisdom of Jor teaches us otherwise. Repeated exercise does build muscle memory, yes, however, true experience is brought from novelty. Be interesting. Your future and high-tier magic will be born from that. Thank you, that was very informative. No problem. I am no lecturer, so apologies if I am ranting too much. What do you know about your mestre? Your mestre? Where did you hear that name? His eyes stretched towards you. You startled him by mentioning that name. A talking wow. Think about your amazing wow speechcraft. Chansey? That was the name of it. Yes, recall your conversation with the literal wow. That is the name of a founding shell, one of the first snails to be invited by Jor. One who created the foundation of Thorin County. Chansey the Seer. Think. But it was in the wall? Yes. It could be an apparition, an animating spirit in the shape of Chansey's mind, or the very structure of the city you have built your home on is filled with the spirits of my ancestors. How peculiar. His eyes slowly retract. I suppose I should tell you a story about Jordan. Just listen. He slides around the floor as he speaks. What we know of Jor, some is derived from early witness. Most, however, is recalled directly from his secret original apprentices. Jor's apprentices hid in the shadows, as to not become targets during the invasions. So I imagine it comes quite a shock to you that, oh no, we know about that. Those. What? They're not secret, not anymore. Huh? But there are 8 of them, did you know that? Think about what you know about the apprentices. Right, why did you ask then? Your mistress, she's one of the apprentices. Interesting. No, we don't know their names, or at least I don't. Just that there were 8 of them. Oh, in that case, let me tell you. Your mistress was the apprentice of Goodland. She was the first cord puller of Totem Cattle, speaker of Jor. Goodland? Goodland, alright, the translation must be confusing. That is the native term we use for this here slice or band. That is what you call it. You call it Askani. You knew this apprentice. She was my friend. Yum would travel from tower to tower whenever she visited the city. She was old, frail by the time I was born, yet she traveled like no other. I start prestigitation by her own personalized version. No doubt she would ask me to teach you, but that would be impossible. Only she could be a good enough teacher to spread such a complicated cantrip. He lets out a pained groan. His disappearance was the first great omen of our people. My wife Tut was even closer to her. We miss her dearly. So you spoke with someone who spoke directly to Jor? Yes, many times. She would never tell us much about her master, of course. However, it was clear he, too, was an interesting figure. A personality, if you will, just like all the tales painted. What was she? What? Did you speak with any other apprentices? I'm afraid not. Or perhaps lucky. Not all of them were so friendly to the local populace, though most of them were simply destroyed during the Great War. What was she like? Kind. He nods. They used to call her the neutral, good apprentice. I tended to agree. Why would he send an apprentice? Why not talk to you himself? That's a good question. We never had an answer. Why did she disappear? That is a very good question. One day she was there, the other she was not. I was the last of her kind to meet with her. I found... Give me a moment. I should have done this like ages ago. No, that's wrong. That's better. Here we go. That should be a little better, out of the way of the text. And now that I got third level spells, things shouldn't be moving anymore. Okay. I was the last of our kind to meet with her. I found her acting peculiar, stressed. She asked me, Isk, how much would you wager on a shell flip? And waited for my answer. I told her, I'd wager nothing important on such bad odds. A shell flip? It's when you toss a flat shell into the air and see which side it lands on. A 50-50 fair game. He shakes his head. Your master. She accepted my answer and then left. I'm still not sure how to interpret such a strange question. But that was it. She was gone. The gator of Asken, our connection to Jor, gone. Soon after, just a few years, Isnut burned it all down. Jeez. The snail man lets out a bubbling sigh. Since I've been given a second chance, perhaps we will find out one day. What are you voting in the election? The what? We have our first ever election soon. You should vote. Voting? Hold on, do you select your leaders through election? We're starting to do it now, yes. Fascinating. This is an elective system for landowners or mages, or everyone gets to vote, pretty much at least. You just need to live here. Huh! You've shocked him. I did not expect something like that, such a liberal paradise. Well, I'm not to judge futuristic ideas. I must investigate. Tell me more. What do you vote for? Kings, governments, parties? With different ideologies on how to run the city of Norvik. Parties? How glib. Very glib indeed. What does that mean? Sorry, it was a bit of an insult. Do go on. The Asgals are the future of the city. They are a party of egalitarian workers, rights and unity. That's amazing. You argue the talking points of Asgalists with ease. He lets out a bubbling noise. Laughter. Listening to all that, I would say, I would actually fought for the Arcadists. Seems like they would be the most esoterically attuned party, which fits my ideals. However, in my experience, a group of wizards working together tends to end up being quite the mess, but my heart still leans in that direction. I'll have to go see for myself once it is time for that election. He lets out more blubbering noises. That's Nails laughing at democracy. Rude. At the very least, this Nell has good taste. His eyes behold you knowingly. Do you have any spell scrolls I can have? Oh, well, only a dozen or so. They are deep in my shell. Any you interested in? I can dig in and get one for you. He retracts his arms onto his shell. What about a scroll of astral projection? You have particular tastes. That is not a spell you are even able to cast, not without great unreliably. I see, too bad. No, you can have it. Enjoy! He hands you the tingling paper with a casual nod, and the intense power rushing through your arm as you grab it. It will tear a hole into you. Grasp it with your life. Considering the state of the world, it would not have the intended effect, even if you did know how to cast it, so it's useless to me anyhow. But I suggest studying it. What about protection from evil and good? That's a classic. It is indeed. Sadly, I do not have many divine spell scrolls, so that's a no, I'm afraid. How about Aura of Vitality? I used to have that one written down. That's an oldie. I never was too good at it myself, but it saved me my life a number of times. Detect secrets? Of course! Hey, I don't need to spend 3 hours! That one is very useful. Charm person? Sure! Anything else? The snail man stares at you for a few seconds. No, you seem to have thought of all I'm able to hand you, except... Do go on. Here, don't leave me hanging. I'm acting really greedy, and I? Maybe I shouldn't. Isk shrugs, while slowly retracting his head slowly. Just watch. Soon the snail is no more, and is standing in front of a shell. That's convenient. Then as slowly as he retracted, he begins to leave his shell. I went over the esoteric attunements from your mind, cleric. It appears the only spell scroll you do not actively think about here, that you do not already have memorized, would be this. What? I cannot even use this! by George and his disciples. What are you holding in your hands? Wish? I'm sorry, what? Iskurum, that is a very dangerous item. That is not like the wish, is it? That is wish. However, you cannot memorize it at your current level of attunement. Attempting to cast it directly would also take, even at your level of talent, weeks, maybe months. And even if I did cast it, Wish is one of the few non-epic tier spells that can wildly shape reality. It is arguably the most powerful and versatile of all 9th level spells. It is so powerful in fact that it can easily cripple anyone who manages to cast it. The only truly safe usage of Wish is to use its power to ask the casting for another spell, 8th level or lower. You could also ask for a weaker effect, which have been proven to be safer at times, but if you word your wish poorly and the effect is broader than you intended, then you are, as they say, screwed. So you're saying I could wish for anything? The snail man lets out a bubbling sigh. I received that spell scroll from a djinn I fought alongside during the war. It was a reminder to stay humble for those who use it for personal gain. Use it as shortcut to greatness, always end up in ashes. I did not always listen to such ideals, but when it comes to that spell, I have respect for it. One of my teachers, the great Ios, used its power to shatter the hearts and souls of 100 ice devils. In the process, her entire being turned into a permanent esoteric pocket. Oh, I'm giving the spell not to use cleric, but as a reminder of your mortality. Thank you for this, Isk. He makes a peculiar mouth movement, a grin. I like your fire, it burns bright. Anything else? I'm good. The snail man nods. That's all I have to ask about wizards for now. Holy shit, we've been literally 1 hour just talking to a snail. You keep mentioning Jor. What do you know about that guy? The guy? About Jor? Oh, just about everything and nothing. An enigma of a wizard, Jor is. First, I'd like to ask you, what do you know about Jor? The one who created this place and invited people. The snail man listened to your thoughts intensely. Then he asks, Beast of Jor? Is that what you call us? We also have Anteselapsian. That's a better word for it. I see. The recent arcanist trouble humans caused must not have helped the issue with Jor. The term Anteselapsian appears good. It is draconic. Yes, before the closing. Very good. His eyes close up slightly. In the old world, Temenkatl, we worshipped oppressive gods. Oppressive in the sense of absolute power. My forebears left willingly at the invitation of Jor to never again serve. So it is important to remember all of, for Jor was not subjugation, it was partnership in the purest sense of the word. So to be clear, I'm not a numinist. I have no religion. I do not worship Jor. My people were raised into self-idealization by Jor, given power esoteric forces. When he fell after the Gate War and no longer was as directly involved, well, we all held some hope he was alive, just hiding, or having gone into some other state of being to shut out the gods. Logically speaking, he has to be alive. That is my input on the discussion. Why? Because his realm still stands. I do not believe in a natural existence for his coast. I believe, although my evidence for this is faltering, the realm would collapse if Jor truly died. This place is held up by him, thus its existence is proof of his well-being. Not to mention the handful of messages we received, at least hint at something still existing out there. Unless you believe those messages were false, which they could be, I do not believe so. What we will do now? I will build a base, a laboratory, somewhere in this city of yours, built upon our ruins. Any tips on who I should talk to? Okay. There is a tone, really. Oh yes, I see. Yes, this will help a lot. Thank you, cleric. Once I established a foothold in this new era, I will return to my research, figure out how the strings had changed over millennia, relearn my mastery of chords, collect the resources needed. Then of course, he looks upwards. I will bind her fragments to this material world. I will return her to flesh, bring life into her once again. My dear, sweet Tut Irma will be given her life once more. Then, if she will have me, I will build a life for us here, a life of peace, true, fair peace. Wish me luck. Good luck. I will see you around, Isk. It's funny that he still has his staff, but let's take a look at this staff. +2 intelligence, +2 constitution. This is very good. This is quite good indeed. Man, this is good stuff. Hey Beak, what incredible talk, huh? How long have you lived in the city below? Like a couple years or? Meek not sure. Time is fast when hiding, very fast. And Meek was never taught human way of keeping time, so Meek not know what year is. Hope Master is not disappoint. Can you turn into anything? No. Very sad, but Meek not good at shapeshift. So Meek like to stay same for long time. Meek is more of hiding mimic than changing mimic. That's fine, just be yourself, dude. Be self? That is not something Meek has heard previously. Good thing to say, Meek like it. Well? Charm person, huh? Amazing. Detect secrets. Our vitality. What do I do now? Okay, I think I'm going to first off, I'm gonna go drink a cup of water. And I am back. I have moved my PngTuber a little bit, and I have drank water. That's good. Dragon. Hello. Let's do it. Wait. Thank you for your time. I'm so tempted to do it because it's so cool, but also if I am going to become someone important, he's going to have power over me, and that may be bad. Maybe I should not do that. Okay. Let's go around. Huh? Didn't I already do this? Lugal me in. Okay. Watch. Tingles. Rabbit. Neat. I already went over this. Why don't I have it? Did I know that passphrase? It does appear peculiar. How strange. Oh, what? Beyond reads. Oh no, it's these guys. +3 Constitution. You know, I think I should have dumped strength more during character creation. Like, I feel like I did well with my picks, but I should have been more extreme. Hello. What do you know about your Mestra? From your name mate, talking thing. Okay, just listen. Know about those, they're not secret anymore. Interesting. Okay. Mildy's apprentice. Move on. Shell flip. Geese. Oh no! Okay. It's possible. Have any mind? Sorry. Apologies for that. Someone someone called me. Okay, I'll see you around, Isk. And I think that reminds me that I should talk with the Sphinx. I don't need to sell my soul. It's not selling my soul, but you know, at least not in the literal sense, in the figurative sense. Yes. What happens if I take the scenic route? I already discovered that. Oh, hey. Hello. Druidcraft. Hello, little folks. Okay. What if I interact here? Labyrinth. Go through it again. This time you know a safe path. A dungeon is only dangerous as its lost navigator. Actually true, like you won't have any trouble doing this repeatedly. You are emerging at the top of the cliff. You've made it through the labyrinth. Oh wait. Druidcraft. They are still there. They're still there. Maybe there is something here. Wait, can I go here? Like here? No. What's the point of going here? Nothing, I guess. If I go here? Ether leaves us. Got it. But I know what I want to do here. Slug Dog! Hello. Can I get some Slug Dog? Slug Dog. Very good. What do you need money for? Tax. Oh. The tithe housing is trouble. This can do good mission if tax is paid. Cried assist. That's awesome. Not really. Wait. Maybe I buy more slug dogs? They are very useful. Yeah, let's buy more slug dogs. I have a lot of money. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm good for now. What's this? These are the sewers below water lane. Cool. Oh, I need to get this going. I could try to speak with Dad with this guy, right? Mm-hmm. Speak with Dad. It's great. The Dad man is ready to answer. 5 questions is what you get. What were you searching for? The trove of Izuth, Dragon's Gold, Power, the legendary Horde. It was a treasure hunt. Where is the entrance to the trove? Past the roots. It was inside those filthy goblins' stolen dwarven fortress. Now that's just uncalled for. We do not store some dragon trove in the garden, not the roots, cleric, I can promise you that. 3 more questions. Who stripped your armor? How did you die? Lost, thirst, darkness. As you suspected. He died slowly, alone in the dark. Who stripped your armor? Goblins, scavengers. After death, didn't feel it. At least he was already dead. What is your name? Johnny Longcock. Surprisingly common along adventurers. The jaw stiffens, the magic fades. Now that was informative and deeply unsettling. The trouble is interesting. You're not seriously thinking about going after it. Look how that worked out for this guy. I'm more prepared than he was. Famous last words. Well, there is this guy over here. What do I need to roll? Could I reach? I need to think. Maybe I can change my equipment. Okay, so this is what I'll be using to try to get through this line. And I'm gonna cast Barkskin. Just a precaution. Let's get it. Go quickly. Rush your... Wait, why am I skipping? Push through the gel to reach the torch. You grit your teeth. You rush head on into the wall of gel. It is letting you through with zero resistance. Anyone would be forgiven for just walking into this without noticing. Go quickly. If you're gonna do something dumb like this, you better move. Rush through the gel. You push yourself forward. Just seconds after being completely consumed, you feel the gel start to tighten. Just a bit further. Almost. Come on. You're almost at the torch. You see it before you. The translucent gel holding you back. Your hand just inches away from the torch. Skin melting. Oh my god, resisted 8 damage. The pain is too great. Your body falters. Do not scream. Yes, we can do it. The pain is nothing. You can do this. Keep moving. Grab the torch. Turn off the torch. The click reverberates through the cube. Then it shudders. Oh god, it's getting mad. Look around. You see the gelatinous cube shake more violently for every passing second. It's searching for heat. Within the cube, you see what can only be described as cracks, as it appears to be falling asunder, flopping and jerking. The many pieces of the cube are flung across the chamber. That explains it. This is not a cube. Dividing. Smaller pieces smashed against the walls of the chamber, causing a terrible tremor until ultimately, each and every piece has escaped into the ventilation slits. You are covered in it. It burns. Get it off, quick! Clean yourself off. The goblin carefully steps up to you, looking around. Didn't expect that. Seriously. Great job. What actually happened here? You see the last pieces of goop slip down into the cracks near the wall. What actually happened there? Gelatinous cubes are able to unite for a short duration. However, if more than 2 were to pack together, the combination would become unstable within seconds. What happened here was obvious. A multitude of cubes all came together to enjoy the endless heat coming from their own torch. The heat, or perhaps, due to some cosmological chance, the unity of the cubes found an equilibrium, which was then disrupted once you turned off the heat source. These cubes sure dropped a lot of stuff around the place. Let's see if any is interesting. You hear excitement in his voice. He clears his throat. Related to the tea shop, that is. That goblin wants some loot. Who can blame him? There are pouches spread around the chamber, perhaps magic items left behind by previous victims. Cool. Loot. Trifle. Docile stress cube. Crowns. Wait. Didn't we see another stress cube? I'm sure we did. Very peculiar. Do I need to do anything here? Engage. Enter a book name. Humans, a Brief History by Metan Lux. Interested in cold take on the most evil creature in Wayland, Cold the Tower. Well, that sure was something. How do I leave this place? I need to go down. Not here. This is not a good place. If I go down, and then I go here, then I go down here, I think we can find a way out. I forget. I should cast Druidcraft here. Yes. Thanks for the incense. Oh, speaking of that, I should change my inventory. Here we go. And this lockpick sure helped us. Ooh, gives you 10-foot light. Nice. Nice. I will never need to do funny thing to have the light. Trifle. Trifle. Crowns? Why do you need that? Trifle. I got into the water? I can do that? Trifle. Useful. Engage. You helmed mankind. I defeated a troll. A troll? The hairy woman gives you a wicked smile. I do say you were lying, but I don't think you're up for that. He did actually kill a troll. Technically speaking, it was just silence. She interrupts him. She nods in your direction. Well done, human. I find your skills highly arousing. Stay quiet and just smirk like a madman within your helm. The bugbear coughs and clenches her morning star. Now, what else do you do to speak of? I will not indulge your ego any more than this, I assure you. Oh man. Yep, halfway there, boy. Oh. This is a shame. This is all such a shame. I defeated a roper in the South Caves. A roper? That is the ferocious beast. They do not come this far up very often. Well done, human. Okay, let's try. Okay, I'll do that. Great. Dusk? We wasted a lot of time. I don't need any of this. Let's go here. Time truly escapes me. I took the scenic route, and that allowed me to get a hold of some things. Dusk? Why does it seem so clear still? Strange. Give her the arcane music box, huh? Her eyes sparkle as she glides her hands across the surface of the esoteric wood finish. What is this? Where did you find it? In the city below, it was in some weird mystical corner. So it's dungeon loot, huh? Was you giving it to me? Yeah, I can't use it myself. Well, she brings it before her and starts to press buttons and throws the knobs. Damn, this is amazing. Oh my god, it can even record samples. This is like a diskette studio, but small enough to carry. I know exactly what to play with this. She glances up to you. Thanks. Nod decisively. She is so deeply invested in her box that she appears barely aware that you are even standing there. Let her play. She takes a deep breath, preparing for the world. Okay, here we go. Okay. I don't think I need this torch right now. Used to be sold as toys/pets. Today they are illegal, probably because they technically still dissolve human flesh, albeit very, very slowly. I see. Okay. Bureaucrats. Earthfolk. Title 1. I need help entering the Pillar of Jor. Now that was not a request I expected today. Might I ask why? Lean forward and whisper. It's got to do with the tea shop. I see. How mysterious. The Sphinx ponders your request while sipping on her wine. This is no small request, Kravik, but since you've proven yourself worthy, perhaps a gate shall be braved by this mortal, despite the error. She smiles. Thank you, it is appreciated. Don't get ahead of yourself. She puts down her wine barrel. Each gate has an attunement, a fine attunement, a very specific series of strings. One way to sneak in through the cracks is to carry a key, one attuned to those strings. Bring me a gemstone, an emerald to be precise. I shall attune it to the pillar's gate, allowing to press through. Where can I find one of these? Good question, they are quite expensive after all. But unless you've got the funds... Yeah... And you turn it into a key? More or less. That doesn't sound too complicated. I'll go find one of those gemstones. We saw one down in the crypt, in Bon Devol's tomb. Considering its madness, the Demilich will either fight you for it or simply hand it over. Yeah. Let's take a look at that, shall we? The Pillar of Jor towers before you. Travel to the city below. I think I remember where it is. It's just up that way. Yes, thank you for the animation. Up this way, maybe? No. Where was it? Maybe this way. Oh, I'm very turned around. Okay, not that way, maybe this way. Yes. Your people's resting place. That's okay. What's that? So many warfolk, so many suffering. Let's consider this. How much for the trifle? Okay, let's try charisma first. So first off, helmet. Next, do we have anything for charisma? No. Next, we get something for charisma here. I'm using Norvik. Okay, and we go to your trinkets. We need the charisma. This helps. And this should help as well. Okay. +5 charisma. Let's see this. Cleric! So loud. Can I have that emerald? For what? I'm going to ask the local sphinx to turn it into a key for me to enter the beyond through the Pillar of Jor. That sounds absolutely crazy! You will die by following such a road. Great! He grabs the emerald with his teeth, making a clicky noise, then tosses it into your chest. Go wild! You genuinely feel an appreciation towards this insanely stupid skull. You aren't sure if this guy was ever smart, or if this is just his mind slipping in his undead fugue state. Either way, a win for you. Now, to return to the Sphinx. I'm going now. Goodbye, Bondaval. Funny that the emerald's still there. Let's take a look at the emerald real quick. Esoteric potential. Interesting. Well, we are going to equip trinkets. And this. And we are going to equip well, charisma and constitution. We do this, and then I guess we get wet deed. What's in here? Bone dust. What's in here? Shard of Jor. I'll refrain from stealing from that. But here, how do I get a crypt key? Well. Let's just first go over to the pillar crossing. Then we are going to go over to the Sphinx. Inventory. Let's equip the Ring of Spell Storing. And we go in. Oh wait! There's something that I haven't done. The questing tree. Oh my god! Esoteric Ebb is complete? Take root. Delve deep, sought far. Seen within, watch it, without. The Pillar of Jor, an ancient bulwark, its gate rising beyond. Yeah, I got pretty deep down to figure this thing out, yet it continues far, far below. Each step of the way making it clearer to you how little they matter, these vestiges of the maker of your world. They are but esoteric rock which sits until something changes. This isn't making things much clearer, to be honest. That is okay. Remember the words, the ones written upon the soft tissue at the back of your head. Feel the esoteric, sway it. To tame it in hubris and pride will always result in tragedy. A full stop. You are a genius at work. This investigation has led one step closer to that illustrious title you seek, String Master. No, no. This magic must be wielded in attunement with the divine, nothing else. Listen to the voice of God, it shan't lead you astray. That's not the voice you heard, buddy. If anything, a potential patron, which of course is way more interesting. Okay, so I'm sensing some different paths here. Yes, 3 of them. You know well where they shall lead, but you may consider each. Tell me about the voice of God. Earth watches upon you, His Spirit channels your powers each day, and that will never change. Trust in the divine. Voice of God, whenever you roll a d20, another hidden d20 is rolled. If that die is the same as your die, you critically succeed. If both are natural 20s, you regain all your hit points. You regain all your spent spell slots. You lose all levels of exhaustion, and you become generally happy for 1d4 seconds. Spring Master, focus on your mastery of the esoteric. This knowledge, as cryptic as it is, will help you on your way. For each level of spell lost you have, you gain one additional maximum spell slot. That's pretty good. Tell me more about Communing Patron. You got a friend beyond. They'll take care of you in a win-win sort of situation. If you take damage that would cause you to go to zero, a mysterious forces protect you. If this happens, you take no damage and lose one first level spell slot. If you do not have any first level spell slots, this do not happen. And yes, this is different from the godly voice thing. But mostly in the aesthetics, which is the most important aspect, to be fair. Okay, this is all very interesting. String Master, maybe? I mean, how many times will the voice of God trigger, really? 1 every 20? That's just a normal critical. So you mean that I kinda roll twice, and if I roll a critical on the second dice I keep it? Come on now, I am already rolling twice. String Master though. I think I'm gonna get String Master. String Master. Soon. 500. Wow. Okay. Democratization. Hey, you've been doing great work out there. I'm assuming this is about asking people about the election thing? Hells yeah. You know what that makes you? A herald. A democratic herald. Doesn't that sound nice? And what exactly does that mean? Someone who spreads the word. Someone who gets people engaged with the democratic process. Look, this is what the new world is all about. People talking to each other, sharing ideas, debating, listening. Every conversation is a little spark of democratic igniting, and you're fanning those flames. So here's the thing, all that talking, it's energizing. When you engage with people about that, what matters, when you get them talking, discussing, caring, it fuels you, makes you feel alive. Wait, I don't get any other choices? Great question. In this case, you just way too aware of the fact that you have absolutely no chance of ever subverting, changing, affecting this particular democratic process. And you obviously can't stop yourself from spreading the word, no matter what the word is. So here's the thing, all that talking, it's energizing. When you engage with people about what matters, when you get them thinking, discussing, caring, it fills you up. It makes you feel alive. Tell me about the Democratic Herald. Feel a surge of vitality. Regain 1d4 hit points every time you ask what they are voting for the election. Great. I'm ready, I guess. Does that mean that I level up? No, I'm barely not leveling up. Wow. This here. Leech House Blues. The Pale Man is death. I've met death and it wasn't Visca. This is true. Yet you also know it stems from the same string, the leech who drains the world, a perpetual spirit in flesh, suckling life from everything around. This is the ultimate selfish creature. A may but built upon the suffering of everything else. The Pale Man is death, and you resisted his touch, his cold icy touch. I'm honestly, he must be slain eventually. Once you get a little stronger, that is. It was foolish. You only made it through sheer luck and determination. It was the right thing to do, but yes, you're lucky to be alive. Now you stand here, free from the leech's wrath. His evil will not overtake you. For now, you are happy to have survived such encounter. That you managed such a feat inspires you. Your body is but a vessel. What? A vessel of blood, a wonderful resource. I don't follow. You must use it, wield it. There is power in expending such a resource to drain it, like a leech, yet not. Instead of draining from others, like some filthy vampire, you suckle yourself. That sounds right. Gain strength through blood magic, the good kind. Your stomach is humbling about hemomancy? How intriguing. Usually wielded through others, there is a path to be found in sapping your own strength. What? No, not do that. Silence. It is folly though. You gain much more by simply utilizing another inspiration from the male band, his lichdom itself. Oh no, be scared at the thought. Calm yourself. When the time comes, you will not give your glorious life up for such a tiny fraction of power. But until then, you can surely find shortcuts by taking inspiration in that undeadly state, reaching the state of almost lichdom, a state that is almost perfect. And how would that work exactly? Your body is a temple, and you are its masterful manipulator. The esoteric could surely be enough to sustain it, to some degree. There is an unfeeling nature in that stasis, a numberless of belief and folk-carrying spirit, in all their shapes and sizes. Do not trust the Pale Man to be anything but a horrid lesson in despair. Instead, embrace the faults in your mind, the quirks, the pain in existence. Do not strive to be numb and void. Strive to be wonderfully uneven in your life. Strive towards esoteric neuroticism. That doesn't sound very perfect. It is not. But it is what it makes it real. The ridges of a mountain, the beauty of scars. How drab it would be if you were nothing but a pure soul. Tell me more about almost lichdom. Learn the coldness of undeath. Take a step towards that eternal position of power. You no longer gain health from healing. You also become invulnerable to all forms of damage. Whenever you take damage of any kind, you always gain 1 level of exhaustion. Whenever you use more than 6 HP from any one source, you lose 1 level exhaustion. I don't need any of this. Tell me more about esoteric and esotericism. Understand your differences. Wield them. Use them to understand the world and everyone in it, to utmost degree. When you do not have any charge of jaw, you can spend hit points to unlock dialogue options instead, the cost being at 1 HP and is doubled each time you use it. The cost resets on a long rest. Tell me about blood magic. Puncture a hole in the vessel, sap your fuel, burn it. Accelerate towards the moon, within that empty void above. When you run out of spell slots, you can cast spells with hit points instead. The cost begins at the spell slot in HP and is multiplied by the number of times you've activated this effect. The cost resets on a long rest. Okay, I have a bunch of shards of jar. I have money to buy more of them, but I cannot. Okay. Feel slightly less grounded. Level up? How do I level up again? Interesting. Okay. Let's take a look at this. If I increase wisdom, but maybe I increase intelligence. I've increased constitution quite a bit. And then I increase dexterity. This looks good, I think. Maybe. I finish this. Next, I am going to Lady Fair. Okay, Asgalian Spirit. Wait, how do I change my... How do I change my... Okay. Then we'll do... What about here? For go feet. After resting. Yeah, I don't need that for now. I do not need that for now. What about this? I will take this. Okay. Very cool. Okay, Sphinx. I need help. May I? Sure. I see, there it is. You have a vision, a terrified mouse hanging by its tail. Yeah, that does look like that. There is no reason to feel bad, it's just an inanimate object. Just wait. She hands the gemstone back to you. Huh? It is done. I've attuned it. Already? The Esoteric is not always so showy, you know. She says the massive sphinx drinking out of a barrel. She lets out a purring laugh. Take this stone to the pillar and it will allow you entrance. In fact, it will remain open for any of your companions as well. She quickly mumbles something to herself. It's a sad look she's giving you. I hope to see you again, cleric, if you survive your journey. I'll be back. I always come back. She bows her head. The Sphinx is worried about your health. She likes me! Before we do that, wasn't there some place that we had to sneak into? Why is this place all so well lit? Isn't this like getting dark? I don't get it. Did I bug the game out? Engage. It's you. It is. I'd like to browse your wares. I'll take one of those esoteric shards. Let's take a look at the potion cellar. No. Come back after midnight-ish. Interesting. All right. Don't we have? Oh, actually. Let's equip everything that gives us strength. Strength. Maybe something else other than that works for me. Ooh, I could use that instead. Yes. Then helmet. Wait, weaponry? Anything that gives strength? Yeah, the pickaxe. Then tame a dame. Looks about right. Okay. Then we are going to helmets. This. Oh no, it was dexterity, wasn't it? What am I doing? Why am I stupid? Okay, dexterity. No, dexterity here. Dexterity here. No other source of dexterity. I don't think. Doesn't look like it. I mean, dexterity here. Any other better source of dexterity? Here. This. Wait! I have 2 staffs of strings? That sounds like a bug. Yeah, that is a bug. Okay. Trifle. DC 18. Well, I will have it. Nice. Finally. Okay. Interesting. I wonder how many of these are out there. Alright. We do this. We equip this and the horn. Trinkets and the horn. We are not going to equip the dagger. And this is good. This is good. Let's go down. Climb the ladder again. Let's go here. Thaumaturgy? Nope. Approach the shrine. Prepare spells. Can I prepare everything? Is the question. Maybe this time not anymore. Nope. I am smart enough to prepare everything. Witness my power and dismay. I have the power over magic because I'm mega fucking smart. You. Heyo. I'm here to pick up my book. Yes, it's toned down. Nice. How much do I owe you? The process was quite complicated, but I handled it like the pro I am. 250 Norwegian coins. Oh boy, that's the fair amount for you. Pay now. You could purchase a basic spell book for 50. Make him lower the price through pure charm. No. Yes. Let's do this. Yes. You gotta comb his feathers, you know. Just say, make it 100 and I'll owe you big time. Wouldn't it be nice to have a cleric in your debt? True. Okay, pay 100. Then you get your book. Great. You toss in all 100 coins from your potion holding end. Out of the slot in the door you see the end of a paper-wrapped book. Phonics folio completed. You open the wrap, discovering one of the most beautiful and intricate crafted tomes you've ever seen. Insides are filled with arcane runes, the like of which you can use in your work. A masterpiece of spellbook. Never let this one fall into the river. It feels tingly to your touch, extremely esoteric. You are happy, I can see it. The yellow eyes lit on the side tilts to the side as they peer at you from the slot. Now be on your way and mention my service to your clerical friends. I am the best, you see. That needs to be known. Will do, General. Anything before you leave? No? Are you a scholar? Oh, you're interested in the arts. It's kind of my job, yes. I was trained in the knowledge back in 3 Wings. I know many things. The name of the birdfolk tribes which ruled far inland in Divini Torum. They unified 55 years ago and created a sovereignty based on Asgalian ideas. Ooh, they were subjugated by the Horde 32 years ago. But no time to talk or share. Busy. If you want scholarly teachings, go speak to my upstairs neighbor. That gnome never stops. Oh, Snurr? He's not a gnome, he's a halfling. You know him, good. And I will not learn the differences between gnomes and halflings for the same reason. You people will call my kind bird folk, clumping us together with the foul feathers of the darker bands. Racism. Logic. Fear, mostly. Understandable. Yes, it is. Thank you for your time. Democratic propaganda. I got my book! Ooh, by your proficiency amount? Nice. But I don't need it right now because I can just prepare all spells that I want. Alright. Hello there. Pet the bird. Not a bird. Pet the dangerous monsters. Better. You reach forth and the griffon snaps at you with its beak. Almost got you. Careful. Its eye says, "Cut that shit out, biped. Not a fan." Thank you for your time, Griffin. Nice. So I can sneak in here. Ooh. I need this. Hello. God's goods hatch. This is a very small goods hatch. This whole building appears to have been repurposed into a warehouse. Otherwise, making this a tiny would be very silly. Don't think the free striders will be too happy with someone sneaking in through the roof. The goblin squats and grabs the rusty hanglock. Don't even have to try. DC 0. A big egg. A big goose egg. Pick the lock. With just a bit of finesse, the lock cracks open. Quite literally. This rust piece of shit won't ever close again. There we go. Great job. Open the hatch. As you peek inside, you see a rope attached to the wood tumbling down into the open space below. Sweet. We can actually climb back up. Didn't think of that. Let's see how well this rope holds up. Milk will help Master climb. Me can hold hope with this. Very strong. Cool. Let's enter. Ooh. Several potion boxes marked with a tiny bird symbol. Trifle. Potion of healing. Saleh! You pick up the polished Saleh helmet. Sand flowing from its orifices. But before you remove from the box entirely, you sense your scarf rushing to your aid. Ah, shit. Sense something shift in the sand in the crate. No, it's not the sand that is shifting. Dodge the sand. In a heartbeat or faster, you pull back your gloved hands. You watch as the sand attempts to rush forward, the shape of it like a slithering esoteric creature, and just barely graze you before slinking back into the box. Then the sand goes still once more. Look at it. Nice job, but yeah, this sand isn't really sand. Good job getting the helmet though. It's really nice. Snell rushes forward with the lid in hand. He shuts it with a satisfying thud. Good God, I hate mosquito sand. Mosquito what? It's... doesn't matter, just don't touch it anymore. Okay, I'll leave this thing alone now. Be happy with your new helmet. I will equip it immediately. Perfect for what we are doing here. And one of my favorite helmet types. Very nice. Coins ridden in this grain sack. I don't want the coins. Huge scrolls from Divine Eternal. Enhance ability. I'll take this. What's this? Expensive potions sits on the top shelf. Too far away. Great. Hey! You could eat a couple. Ooh, what's that? Tiny bikes? Some of them very tiny. Pocket bikes. They're covered in dust. They are extremely expensive. Look, Snell. I really like these bikes. I'm sure you do. I'm assuming they are broken anyhow. They do never leave an actual functioning pocket bikes in a place like this. Way too expensive. Where is that really thumping noise coming from? Focus on that instead. Try touching one of the bikes. A quick tap reveals the lack of any esoteric being tingle. The bikes are unusable, permanently stuck in their tiny form. Probably why they're here, covered in dust. Can I ride one of these things? Unless they are size of a goblin, with the reduce spell cast on him. No. You look like a jester, but not in a good way. It would be a challenge, one not worth it. Right, neat. Alright, what's up with here? Approach one of the many large crates in the warehouse. Why is there a horrific thumping noise here? He's inside, obviously. Look at the crate. Exoskeleton export. There are little holes in the crate in various places. Air holes. Oh, come on. Knock on the crate. As you do, the drumming noise stops. Then, after a short break, starts again. Come on. Let's just get this over with. Yeah. With a tight grip, you press hard. It's difficult. Even the goblin is training to put his measly body weight into it. But rip open the side of the crate. Okay, what the hell are you doing here? Oh, it's you! It's you! Drummer. That is a Yobu Kodori, often shortened to just Yobu. The bird man lets out a strange throat noise and makes a series of nervous chuckles. He's inside of a shipping crate marked for export. He's clearly trying to flee the law. Maybe he has good reason to escape. Is the fellow in danger? He would have done the same in his shoes, hopefully. Explain it quickly. Dunk, yes. I'm just inspecting the warehouse wares. Dunk. What's that sound? What, Dunk? That. I'm not... Dunk. Why do I have the feeling that I shouldn't cast charms? I can probably catch... Why do I have... Because charm person only makes him treat you like a friend, and this bird does not treat friends with the truth. Sadly, you do not have time to go prepare it. But don't I have charm person? Yeah. Why is your voice so weird? I am Yobu Kodori. The voice leaves the voice's throat like drum on fire. Right, you cursed, got it. Yobu, we've got no voice of our own, you know, like, you know. Sounds like esoteric bullshit. Yes, a folk curse. Terrible stuff. Should I threaten this guy or something else? He seems pretty threatening himself, so maybe not. He sure talks a lot for someone without a voice, but he sucks at lying. The bird is pretty quick. You gotta catch up if you want to find a way to twist reality out of him. Beware, failure here will mean the basiness yourself. Who can't have that? What are you voting this election? Oh, same. I vote for the same party as you. Which is, you sound like that? Oh God. You don't seem like an Asgo. Oh, I'm very green. Good, great choice, my man. You get the feeling he probably uses that sound every time someone tries to talk politics with him at the tea shop. What a genius. You should probably learn from him. So you're inspecting wares, are you? Yes, I'm a local. He stops, shifting his tone deeper. Local entrepreneur. He's trying to assert himself by sounding like a tough guy. They are my supplier for tea and sometimes coffee. That deep voice is making you falter. Don't mess with him. The bird is not dangerous, only slippery. Coffee, isn't that illegal? It's not. Difficult to get, but not illegal. Does the trade company know about you being here? The bird hums like a bird and just nods. Is he pretending to not hear you? He keeps repeating the same phrase. So you're inspecting the goods inside a crate, inside of a sealed warehouse. Yes. What, you don't believe him? What kind of goods are we talking about here? He grabs a scale of exoskeleton from the crate. I have a great plan. I'm planning on renovating my shop with these. Protection. Reach toward and touch the exoskeleton plate. Your hand glides over it. Smooth, hard. A perfect defense. The bird stares at you as you caress the chitin in his claws. Dunk. Renovating with that chitin? Uh-huh. He says, sounding like a young naive kid. Nuh-uh. He's lying. Are you aware that your tea shop has exploded? What? He knows. The mimic sounds the voice of a young and shocked man. Bad sounds big. He sounds almost sarcastic. What a horrible and dunk. Shocking revelation. He's struggling to put together cohesive sentences. Ah, that's like his nervous tick when his sentences get twisted like that. You've been down here for how long exactly? I'm inspecting many wares. Robo-beard folk are able to survive up to 2 months without sustenance. Yeah, these types of mimic birds are known for being able to just hide in a hole for a very, very long time. You're pretty bad at your job, Mr. Drummer. Sorry for being pretty bad at inspection. I try my best. Tell me what happened on that morning when it blew up. Oh, that it was our normal empty tea shop all morning. I had business on Water Lane over noon. Been busy ever since. This is big shock. Do you have any enemies, Mr. Drummer? No, everyone has. People tend to dig me, you know. Sure. Does this bird ever say anything true? He's generally slippery, only raised up magpie motherfucker. You didn't hear the explosion? Sorry? He holds up a claw to the side of his head. Oh no, he's got hearing problems, how sad. The bird is clearly messing with you. Either that or he's the most awful compulsive liar you've ever met. You see your companion rub his eyes. Stop messing around, this is serious. Yes, I understand. Duck. Awful news. I didn't even had no insurance, sadly. You got something to ask him now? No, he's clearly telling us everything. You can sense him thinking everything he wants to say. Sarcasm warning. You hear the bird let out a hearty laugh. If he had a voice of his own, it'd be a nervous laugh. I can imagine that. No worries, I'll get back on my feet, always do. Just go back to inspection, and you know where to find me. Alright, we lowered the DC. Let's do it. -5, that's pretty good. Alright, just rolling at 20. Smooth now. Just continue the convo and sleep in that question. Good. By the way, I gotta ask, which crate were you inspecting when the explosion happened? It was other one. The one with potion I was... He stops. Aha! Got you. No, I meant... Can't take that back. Can't take that back, Mr. Drummer. Your lies have been eviscerated by impeccable wit and consciousness. We're taking that a bit far, cleric. He gives Drummer a frown. Just spill the fucking beans already. Dunk. Now hit him with the big questions. Who blew the tea shop, Mr. Drummer? Okay. The bird repeats twice with the voice of a shrill woman. I'll tell you everything. Start talking then. I'm running a business on the side. Import-export. Smuggling. Keep going. Free Striders, my supplier, they set up a meeting on that day. I left the tea shop behind, went to check on wares. That's true. Wait, did you know beforehand that it was going to explode? No! Dunk. I was in the warehouse. Here, I hear explosion. Then I hear Priest Riders talking about it upstairs. So I hide in here, waiting for boat to get away from HWBT and Free Striders and the rest of this bloody mess. So now, why are you afraid of the HWBT? They will give me punished if they find out my little secret. Dunk. Possibly. The old lady won't take kindly to having smuggling operation going on right under her nose. They didn't know about the smuggling stuff, right? Not to my knowledge. No, goddamn. It sounds like an entirely Free Strider extension. How are the Free Striders connected with this? They set it up. They set me up. I had access to the secret tunnel under the temple. They forced me. I had to. Tell me more about this meeting. It was at noon. Information broker. A foreign woman. She was selling something to Free Striders. She was in tea shop. when I left. Oh boy. You're talking about the elf. Elf. He repeats your own voice back to you. As if he just learned that word from you. Speak. Yes. Elf. I do not know much. The voice he is mimicking displays way more confidence than his body language admits. I didn't know her name. She would hang out with the dwarves sometimes. Dwarves, should chat with them about that. This broker must be a good person if she is friends with the dwarves. She's not. Who was she meeting with? A freestrider freelancer. The hag. I know her. The hag, listen. He starts flapping his arms as if he had wings. That's it. The hag, she did it. She blew up my tea shop. Typical. Don't do that. But he's right. The hag would be a prime suspect. If he hadn't talked to her, of course. He's clearly just tossing out something. We'll need to follow up. Do you need to know where this hag is located? No, don't. Ask the freestriders. That's all I know. Where do you store those smuggled goods? Dunk. In secret tunnel. Snell squints. And how do I gain access to this secret tunnel? It is very reluctant to share this. Well, go on. Entrance from tea shop might be broken. There is hidden entrance from Temple of Earth. A hidden entrance in the temple? Yeah. You can find it along the right side. Windows move rocks. Just enter that large chamber, then go right. Can't miss it. Move rocks? Yes. Loose stone tiles in floor by window, middle of wall to the right. Look, I don't have a great sense of geographic sensory perception or whatever, but you could describe this in the form of some other type of non-verbal communication. The bird stares at you for several seconds. Then he performs a series of movements with his little talon hands. Using precise motions, he visualizes the temple of Earth, a big square. Then he shows you very clearly that there are two specific tiles in the floor along the right wall. These two tiles are pried open to reveal a staircase down to this place he's describing. Give him a thumbs up. Dunk. What's protocol now? Protocol? If he's trying to leave the city, taking his city reg would be a good start. I'm sure old lady would love to have a word with him. Citizen registry. You sure you've told me everything you can? Yes, please. I'm in trouble, but I did nothing wrong. Let me see your papers. Worn piece of paper, his claws hold it forth. Citizens registry. Grab it. Inspect the papers. Drummer Ilming. Born. Interesting. He picked 02 as his birth year just to avoid looking too fake. I'll keep these. Don't leave the city, Mr. Drummer. Okay. Good idea. You can always drop them off to the Lady Sage Leaf. She'd appreciate it. The birdman looks nervous, but I can leave warehouse? Should I contain this guy? It would take time to do so. He doesn't deserve it. Your gut tells you no. Boring. You can go. Oh, thank you. The voice sounds sarcastic. The birdman starts to shuffle towards the stairs. Good luck out there, Mr. Drummer. Without stopping, you hear him mutter in a shrill voice. You too, cleric. That cleric. voice enters your bloodstream. As the birdman leaves the warehouse, you hear a faint rhythmic sound follow him out. Dunk. I wonder what he'll do. You believe anything he said? Sure, I'm certain he believes he's the victim here. I'm inclined to say the same, somewhat. And he did not blow up the tea shop. Not with that smuggling stuff going on. And that elf, she had a connection with the Asgals in the tea shop. She also had a meeting with the Freestriders. Feels like she's a string connecting every fucking party in this city. What a fucking mess. Cool, let's go. So I don't even get his papers? Damn. What's here? Door to port. Okay. I can just go through the Griffon now, I guess. Can I just go there? Okay. If I go over here and I click here. Okay, cool. I can't reach from here. Okay. If I enter here, where can I go there? Can I go down? Oh, hello. Well, we've been to the warehouse. Didn't need to go through this way. So, where are those papers? And what is this sword like? This is a good sword. Protection from evil and good and etc. Charisma looks like an archive. What is that? Didn't need to hire the smoke method. Elemental spirit. Ah. His voice calls out. Didn't your mother ever tell you it's rude to stare? Your eyes adjust to the brightness of the fire. A figure lies upon the lit timber. Looks like a puff of smoke materialized into a solid chunk. It's a method, a primal spirit. This one appears to be made out of smoke and heat. I apologize. Good, you know your place. I'm Tinny2, terrible to meet you. Lovely to meet you as well. I don't care. I'm in charge here, so don't do anything nasty or I'll report you to the Tusk Lady. Tusk Lady, amazing. Okay, leave it for now. But I have this trinket right in my pocket. Yes, yes. This trinket. This trinket. Hello, engage. Hey, rude guy. Don't call my master rude. I call anyone I want, anything I want. And why is your scarf tucking? You are rude, rude smoke. Is there something I can do to get you to look the other way? Look, I'm bound here, you know. Only higher orders would allow me to look the other way. What if I scream very loudly? It sighs, a puff of smoke whisked in the air. If you were an elemental lord or something, that would be changing things, but you're not, so... You use Druidcraft. You've lowered yourself before him. I can do this. Bingo. Lady Fair? That... This is a female? Shield. Your skin is a shield. Take off your right glove. Huh. Place your hand in front of the smoke guy, right in the flames. Confidently, you reach forth. Oh, bark skin is still working. Oh, Smoky Boy, what the thing are you doing? With your second hand, you cast Druidcraft, causing the flame to wrap around your hand. Holy hell's bells and stuff! It exclaims and dances around your searing hand. It is not a lot, but you can sway the flames by tugging primal strings. Gods be damned, Jude! This is close enough. Slowly remove your damaged hand from the fire. Your heart beats, screams in your ears, blood rushing, adrenaline pumping. Beyond your body, the smoke creature laughs vividly. Ha ha ha! You are awesome! Fuck it, I guess you're an elemental lord. I'll look the other way. You go ahead and do whatever you want, boss. So you like a guardian to this place or what? Something like that. I'm only obliged to attack you if you actually steal something. Oh really? That's the little guy. Steal what? They must have some kind of secret around here. You should push. I'll keep that in mind. That's it for now. Bye, spirits. But that mirror with something behind it? Hidden Free Strider safe. Approach the mirror, realizing that Vera is watching you quite closely. By taking a quick glance, you see there is surely a hidden safe behind this mirror. Interesting. I'll have to come back when Vera isn't around. Aha. Very interesting. Let's talk with you. Cleric, I'm working late today, as you can see. She gives you a trademark smile. Though I do that almost every day, if you can believe it. I have a mimic. That's... She drops her smile. Sorry? Master talk about meek? Ahoy hoy! Her jaw drops. Then her fists go up. No, he's not strangling me or anything, he's just helping me. Meek serve master! Master is great! She shakes her head as if dazed by the visuals. I see. I have not heard of a tame mimic before. She lowers her fist, slowly. I found him below. It is what it is. Well, cleric, you are full of surprises, but please keep that thing hidden around here. Yes, charm person. About the tea shop owner, one greasy bird, but he's good at his job. I know it was a smuggling operation. I need you to tell me more about it. She lifts her head and squints. Are you certain you wish to step into that territory, cleric? Okay. Okay. Next time, we are going to tackle this situation. But for today, that's enough for Esoteric Ebb. Wait, before we do that, what's it now? Oh my god! We have 3 things to go over. Not today. Next time in Esoteric Ebb, we figure out these investigations. See you then. Please subscribe to see the next episode. Bye bye!